Hello everyone, welcome to, I can't believe I'm actually saying this, but the live stream, the global live stream of the season 1 finale of Testament, episode 8, something new. It's really exciting to be here. My name is Paul Serstad. I'm the creator and director of Testament, if you don't know already. I think David made fun of me earlier because he was like, by this point, I shouldn't be saying that, should I, David? But, in case you are new, in case you haven't got a clue who I am or what this is. Hi, I'm Paul. This is the live stream of the finale of a series that is based on the Book of Acts. The Book of Acts, written by Luke, that's found in the Bible right after the Gospels, but we're putting it in this alternate modern day. It's full of drama, thrills, excitement. It's been an epic journey so far. I promised at the beginning that this would be a wild ride, and yeah, I think it has been so far. So who is ready for the season 1 finale? I know I certainly am. Guys, what would really help right now, if you are watching this live, especially if you're watching this live, in the live chat, I know lots of people are writing stuff already. A Testament fam, hello. See, people are already saying where they're watching from, and that's what I'd love to see. Wherever you're watching from, just type in that you're watching with somebody or on your own, or if you're watching from whatever country you're watching from. I love seeing that people have been tuning in from the US, here in London. We're in the UK, so it's late for us, or rather very, very early for us right now. But people in Europe, people in Australia, people in Nigeria. It's been really cool seeing everyone. So right where you're from, where you're watching from, because I just love to see it. Plus, also, David's in the comments. Hi, I'm Paul Serstad. But also, what happens, especially if it's live, is it gets the algorithm going. This dreaded algorithm that is YouTube and Facebook. What it does is, just by engaging with the video, by liking, by subscribing, by commenting, it lets the mystical algorithm know that people are engaging with this video. And so the algorithm puts it out to more and more people. So it's a strange way of actually making this show reach more and more people. Now, this live stream, as always, if you've forgotten each time, here's the reminder. The live stream of episode 8 will be up for 24 hours. So from now, from this moment here, 24 hours. And then after that, the episode will be taken down. However, you'll be left with a few cool things, because we've got a really gorgeous behind the scenes video to show you, which I'm really excited to share. And also, I have a conversation, a really great pre-recorded chat with none other than Evan Figueiredo, who plays Saul of Tarsus. He is a wonderful actor and a wonderful human being. You're really going to enjoy my chat with him. Yeah. Can't wait. So, a few things for us to go through just before we start episode 8. Wow, episode 8. That's pretty cool. If you are on the Angel Guild, if you are subscribed to Angel, you'll know already that you can watch every single episode of Testament however many times you want. So if you haven't watched episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, you're able to do so over at Angel. You can join the guild right now and just binge all of Testament, all 8 episodes, which is very, very cool and very, very exciting. But also, Angel have got this really cool feature called Share It Forward. It's this way of, if you're an Angel Guild member, you can click, there's somewhere on the page, I think you've got to be on a mobile device or on the web browser. Don't think it works on the TV. But you can click Share It Forward. You get to choose which episode you want to share with a friend or a family member or a complete stranger. Doesn't really matter. It's got no limitations. You can just share this link and just share. You might think, hey, I think someone would really want to watch episode 2 or episode 1 or episode 7. I mean, I am a big, champion of watching a show in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But you can do what you like. Copy episodes, share them out with whoever might want to watch. It's really cool, and you can share. What else? Yes, do make sure that you, if this is after the show has gone live, comment. Put yourself in the comments. I'd love to hear thoughts. I'd love to hear your biggest takeaways for the show. However, this episode, I do forget, this episode has already been out for a week, and I know that there are people in the chat right now who have already seen episode 8. So if you've already seen it, all I ask right now is that you don't put any spoilers in the chat. All right, because some people aren't able to join the Angel Guild and just can't watch episodes the way that you've been able to, and therefore I want people to be able to experience this show for the first time. So just a favour, please don't put any spoilers in the chat. If people do want spoilers, they can be found in the Bible, and that I encourage. Yes, spread the word. I think I put a poll on this in the YouTube chat at least. I think over 50% of our viewers aren't subscribed to our channel on YouTube. So I'm just going to ask for a favour. If you are watching, if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, doesn't take much, just hit that subscribe button. And here's the deal. If you subscribe, what I'm going to try and do to the best of my ability is put out content that you are going to enjoy, that you're going to like, that you're going to love. We're going to put out behind the scenes, we're going to put out interviews, we're going to put, we've got a wonderful team who's been working through the clock, especially for these last 8 weeks. Just my BTS team, Eleanor, Chris and David. They've been working tirelessly, just getting stuff out. And genuinely, just my opportunity just to say thank you. You guys have done a phenomenal job. The output has been amazing. There's only 3 of you. It's just bizarre how much you're doing, but just from me, and I think the people who are watching, just thank you very, very much. You guys are awesome. But there's more to come. There's lots of stuff. I think David at one point was tagging through all the footage that was recorded, and at some point it just got unbearably much. So there's loads more. So if you subscribe, we will endeavour to put out more and more content that you enjoy, that you like, that you love. So do subscribe. Lastly, if you want to find out ways to support the show further, there are 2 ways you can do that. You can head over to testamentseries.tv/pith, and that'll take you to Angel's Pay It Forward site, where you can pay it forward through Angel, and that will go towards, some of that money will go towards funding future episodes, future seasons of Testament, which is what we want to do. We want to make this a multi-season show, and also help translate into other languages. Otherwise, you can head over to testamentseries.tv. You don't need to do the Pith bit, and you can find out ways where to support there. There's a few ways there. Plus, we're building out that website slowly but surely to be like a really cool hub for Testament, where you can learn more about characters, learn more about the actors. It's not quite there yet, but it's building. So do check the site regularly to see where we're at with things. Guys, I think that is it for me. So before we do the episode, I thought it would be nice because I like sharing a little bit of BTS with you. And what I was doing, and this is why you should subscribe to like our Instagram and follow us on Instagram and YouTube, is because every day, I think, David, how many days did I miss? Did I miss like 3 or 4, 5 days for the little? Most of them. So every day I did like a little diary, a little message, just keeping you up to date with what happened that day of filming for all 80 days. I did that, put them, just posted them on Instagram every single day. And what the team did a rather beautiful job of was put them all together and then just create a little montage of our final day. And seeing as it is our final episode, I thought, what better video to show you guys than starting all the way from day 1, all the way to day 80, in this incredible mammoth effort that we've done to get this show to you. It was a pleasure to make, and hopefully you enjoy this short video. Enjoy.
So today is day 1.
This is day 1 of filming.
Today is day 1.
And day 2 is down.
Okay guys, it is day 3 done.
Day 4 done.
Okay, here we are. First location day.
Hey guys, this is day 6.
Day 14, here we are.
And here we are at day 20.
Great news, we just wrapped week 5, so day 25. Even better news, we made our day back.
Day 29, and it has been raining.
Day 35,
Week 7 is complete. That is a wrap on block 1, which means 8 weeks down, 40 days done.
We are here on day 1 of block 2 in a lovely swimming pool which is nice and toasty.
Day 44 is complete in this amazing underpass. And
yeah, so we're just getting out of here now.
day 48 is a complete. Day 50 is done.
Today was quite possibly our biggest day yet.
Day 60, 60. Oh, wow, done. Day 61 is done. I'm eating pomegranate. Day 62 is day 60 something. Day 71. So day 75, week 15 is done, and I am covered in flour. Day 77. Day 79 is complete. The penultimate day is done. Tomorrow, we will finish the race.
Here we are at the end of days of shooting, the shooting days. Woo! Yeah!
Final day, ladies and gentlemen. Today is our final day, and we're all gonna cry.
It's day 80 of 80, which is totally mad.
We started on the 15th of January, and it's now the 9th of May.
I feel kind of sad. There's been a lot of laughter, a lot of tears.
Honestly, it's so special to be here today, around so many amazing human beings that have made this happen and made this come to be.
It's been a crazy, sort of intense, lovely experience. I think we've been so lucky with the cast of the crew.
I'm glad that we're all together for the last day, and we're in every scene together. So it's going to be bittersweet when it ends.
The last setup of that. We'll be doing it at least.
Everyone set? And action.
You want to go? I think so. If I can. Pray about it. If that's where the Spirit sends you, you're with me.
Cut there.
Cut there.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap on season 1 of Testament! That's it. Day 80 complete. Day 80 out of 80. That is a wrap on season 1 of Testament. I am exhausted, I am tired, I am drained, I am poured out, but I feel at the same time so full, so excited, so bursting with joy and pride in this team and all our crew and all our actors. It has been the most unbelievable 80 days. Yeah, I don't think it's dawned on me yet, to be honest. I don't think I've quite comprehended what we've just achieved. But what I can say is that you are in for an incredible ride, a story told like it has never been told, and you're about to see everybody's work on screen in the most magnificent way. I'm so ecstatic with everyone, and I can't thank God enough for what He's done, for what He's provided. He has been in every sinew and molecule of this production in a way that I said at the beginning of this production to somebody who needed it at the time, when we are weak, He is strong. And I think I've been weak for a very long time during this shoot, but He has carried me and carried so many of us. Whew. Yeah. Season 1 is wrapped. On to the edit, and I will see you when we screen it.
Yeah, great. I just love that video. It makes me, I can't help but smile, to be honest. It's very, yeah, very heartwarming. Oh, love it. Yeah, and you just saw a little glimpse there of the crew, people that you don't necessarily ever get to see, the team there. And funnily enough, the last shot that we did of those 80 days, we did some pickups later, like a couple of 4 days, but the last day of our 80 days is actually in the show. It's in episode 6, in where Peter asks Stephen if he'd like to go with him. Yeah, it's a really beautiful moment. Yeah, it's gorgeous, absolutely wonderful. Guys, okay, are you ready? Are you ready for the season 1 finale? What I'd love is if you have any questions, what I'll do is at the end of the episode, I'd love to answer as many as I can. I know some of you are bursting with questions, but do that, and then we can also show the interview with Evan. But yeah, if you guys don't stay around for after that, just a quick thank you from me, from my family, from Faith, from Kenneth, from John, from Pippa, from Jackie, from just the entire team who have been making this. We made it as a love of this story, as a love of God, but also we made it for you, to share this thing with you. So I'm so grateful that you guys have just come around and enjoyed the show, because yeah, but we just want to say thank you. From our family to the Testament family. We love you, and we're very, very grateful. Episode 7 ended on a yeah, with absolute devastation, with heartbreak, and yet with hope. But the thing about when one story ends is the story continues. Life continues, the mission continues, and God's call continues. And that's what episode 8 is all about. As you might remember, episode 1 was called Something Old, and so here we present episode 8, Something New. Season 1, I was about to say season 2, my goodness, no, season 1, episode 8, Something New. Woo, there we go, guys. That's just, yeah, wow, it's quite, yeah, I don't know, it's awesome. Thank you so much for watching, thank you so much for being here. We are so incredibly, yeah, proud of all the work that the entire team have put in to make this thing happen, and of all of you. I love all these names actually in the corner here. Like, these are all the crowd investors, people who are invested in this show from the beginning. Thank you for everyone who did that. Wow, sorry, I'm really I know episode 8 came out like last week on Angel, but this feels different. It feels just quite nice when you get to share it with everyone. Whew, very cool, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I have I'm going to answer a couple of questions now, but I've also got a challenge. And then we're going to go to my conversation with Eben. But basically, there was a line that was said by Mara. Now, don't write this in the comments just yet. In fact, you might want to keep it to yourself, because we've got a challenge. If you head over to testamentseries.tv/challenge, we are giving away one person a year's membership to the Angel Guild. So you can binge Testament over and over and over again and share. But the question that you have to answer correctly to be entered into the prize draw is this. There is a line that Mara says to herself as she is watching the building go up in flames. The line that she says to herself, here's the question: what moment in season 1 is she referring to? Now, if you get that question right, or if you're in the right ballpark, your name will get put into the prize draw, and we will announce the winner in probably like an Instagram live or something next week. And we will make it so that you get a whole year free on Angel Guild. So you'll be able to binge Testament, binge. So head over to testamentseries.tv/challenge if you know the answer. And if you don't, hey, why not throw your hat in the ring and give a go anyway, right? Okay, so right, some questions that you guys have that I can answer rather than me ask questions that you should answer. I think there was a great one from Mary, actually. Was there, yes, Mary, I did see your question. Was there any scene that you had to cut that you wish you could have kept in season 1? There is, actually. There's a scene in episode 1 which I'm a real fan of, and it's, if you remember in episode 1 where Esther confronts Stephen outside the first time she hears about this Jesus movement, and she runs off. But also the other person to run off is Stephen. Now we cut this moment, so Stephen runs off as well, and Mary follows him. And Mary finds him underneath a bridge, and there's this really gorgeous, beautifully acted as well, scene between Mary and Stephen. It's really tender, it's really gorgeous. And Mary prays over him. It's really beautiful, but it was a really hard thing to put. When you're editing stuff together, it's a scene that stayed in there till the very end, but it stopped the momentum of the episode, no matter where we tried to put it. So in the end, it had to be left out. Which is unfortunate, but maybe at some point we can find a way of releasing that scene as a deleted scene, because it is really beautiful. But that one is a tender one to my heart. There are other moments. A lot of scenes have been just cut down, or like lines have been shredded, or scenes have been combined. But yeah, that's probably a big one. I think you got any? Oh yeah, there's loads in episode 3. Episode 3 is such a big episode. There's a lot that got cut from episode 3 and really cool stuff, but maybe it can be included as a memory in a future season. Yeah, that's a nice idea. But I think because I know some people have been asking about the DVD release, because we are working on a DVD release, and the BTS team are working on some nice like extended features and stuff like that. But we're also going to probably include some deleted scenes as well, so that should be fun. Okay, Kathy. So this is from episode 7. When the Holy Spirit was in the hall, rustling the priest's robes, did anyone else see it besides Saul and Stephen? That's a really, really good question. Don't know whether I should answer it. Whoever sees that moment, you see seeing it. When the light blasts through and Stephen sees, no one else actually sees that moment. And I mean physically, because everyone is turned away. One person attempts to, which is Saul, of course, when he gets that little sear in his eye. But yeah, no one sees that moment, just physically. I kind of like to leave that a little bit open for people to see what they think. But just literally, if you're watching the picture, the only people to see it is the light is Stephen, and the rustling is Stephen, Saul. I think it's Caiaphas as well, because it comes up over his cool robes. What else have we got? Yeah, sorry. There was a wonder how they're going to rehabilitate Saul. Got serious Joffrey vibes with this season. Here's what I will say regarding Saul of Tarsus and season 2. The persecution has only just begun. We'll leave it there. But regarding season 2, yes, we are actively in the development process. So we're doing the writing. We're doing well, we're not writing yet. We're kind of doing the bit before writing, which is kind of planning and mapping out. So kind of got a good structure of what's going to happen. But now we've got to do a bit more character development, and then we get into the writing of the episodes. And that sometimes can be quick, sometimes can be slow. It varies. But we're also, talking to potential funders for season 2, because TV shows cost money. So if you do want to support the show, if you do want to do that at all, head over to testamentseries.tv. It's a great way just to find out different ways of how you can support the show. You can either pay it forward by going to /PIF, but there are other ways as well. Just head over to testamentseries.tv and you can find out stuff there. Somebody said, someone off screen is just miming to me, and I have no idea what you're miming. Yes, of course. Yes, I will do that. I'm still grieving Stephen. Yeah, me too. So yes, what we're going to do now is we're going to head over to the interview that I pre-recorded with Evan. Now, I am going to quickly have a little disclaimer. Something went wrong when we were recording in terms of the microphone. So now and again, the audio quality sounds a little bit off. I've tried to include as much as possible of what you can hear, but just know that sometimes it just sounds a little bit distant and a little bit weird. Just turn up the volume. But yeah, it's a little tricky. Only now and again. So I do apologise for that, but I've tried to keep it as much together as possible, and who knows, maybe I can do an interview with Evan at some other point. But do leave more comments, more questions in the chat right now if you want me to answer after the conversation with Evan, and I'd love to answer as many as possible. But here is my chat with the one, the only, the wonderful Saul of Tarsus, Evan Figueiredo. Hello, here we are with the one, the only Evan, who plays masterfully, might I add, Saul of Tarsus.
Thank you very much.
I do enjoy that his last name is just of Tarsus.
Yeah, I love it.
No matter what.
Yeah.
I guess leading up, before even day one started, do you have any major takeaways or thoughts or moments that have stuck with you before day one of filming?
Is that including the rehearsal time we had, or?
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, I think the read-throughs were things before we met and did the rehearsals, like the kind of development read-throughs, like you say, because I think there's something about being in a room with others who are all as excited as each other about doing this story. And then, like, for me, I see them as moments to play and discover things. And also, you don't quite know what's going to come out of them. So there were moments in that where I went, oh, that's where that drive is coming from, or that's where he pulls back naturally, or, oh, that's when he's really, emotional, whatever it might be. So already from that moment, you're going, oh, gosh, that's what that person's bringing. That's what that person's bringing. Oh, and then I can blend in this way and that way. And it was kind of this Rubik's Cube that's happening. And you're going, wow, like these people are incredible who are playing all these amazing, parts. And then I guess then again when we did the read through, but yeah, I loved that. I mean, I was a bit ill on the first read through that we had.
You managed it. I mean, well done.
Yeah. It was just a real family atmosphere. Like as soon as you came in, there wasn't like pressure. It was just like let's do this. Like let's do this now. And I
have to say as well, what I think having you on the project as well, especially during rehearsals, is because you throw yourself in so much and. What's the trait of I think a great actor is this fearlessness in terms of like, I don't mind if I get something wrong. I'm just going to literally throw it out there. And that's what you did in rehearsals. You really committed to moments and you pushed. And I think everyone who was in a scene with you or got to watch you during rehearsals, we talked about this in private. We could literally, people go, oh, okay. Oh right, I gotta raise the bar, So, and that's what you're going to do when you're part of leading a show. Is you got to set the standard, and I think people recognised what you were doing.
Yeah, and I think like every actor has their own approach and method with stuff. Some people like to see what other people give and kind of feed off that. But like you say, I guess knowing that I was going to play this role, like I had some time to really kind of sit with it and stew on it and kind of prepare and like I said earlier, like that's my kind of way in. So it's like, I did feel that was something that did ripple, and then everyone else is kind of bringing their excellence as well, and then we found some amazing things in rehearsals, and that got us to a place where we were like, day one, cool, let's do it.
Okay, so you did a lot. You did a lot in the show. Let's hear some of your favourite moments that you had to do. So favourite moments that you were in.
Okay. Well, I love the chase sequences.
Both
and Peter. Of them. Yeah.
What do you mean both of them?
Well, I guess it's not really a chase, but running into Gamalio's office. I just love running. I just love that.
Oh, in episode 2.
Yeah. So that I just sprinting at full pace after someone. It's like, all right, cameraman, keep up.
Always fun for the cameraman and the boom operator.
Exactly. I loved the scene. I loved the synagogue. The showdown between him and Stephen.
In episode 6.
Yeah, just the building itself. Like when you walk in there, it does half the work for you. You're like, whoa, like there's a presence in there. Obviously, it's all set up, and the floor it's almost like a stage, almost like with audience either side, and I guess that's one of their first moments of connection, really. So that was something really, really interesting to explore.
I think the what you did in that scene as well with such. I think it's easy to look at that one-dimensionally in terms of like, oh, Saul's angry and going for it, but he's whipping up a mob and using certain language for them and kind of, raising volumes and stuff like that. And then when it's with Stephen, he can just so easily bring it down and talk normally. My goodness, this guy is, sure, led by his passion, but my goodness, is he in control?
Yes, he knows what he's doing.
And that's what's, I think, scary, is someone who's blinkered but completely in control.
Yes, he knows what his tools are. He's a great orator, and I think he knows he's very clever. He just knows what he's doing. He knows how to appeal to different groups and kind of get what he wants basically out of any situation. I also loved the watching the miracle, like the Caleb's miracle, because I guess I grew up in church and saw certain things and whatever, but seeing that with the rest of the group and being like, gosh, like this is actually happening in front of you, and it was done in such a beautiful and truthful way that me as the actor, but then Saul as well, is like going, wow, like this is actually happening. And I've been thinking, like, for Saul as a guy who's seen this, like how can he deny it? And I was almost thinking back to, he knows the scriptures, and thinking back to the days of Moses and the magicians who did their fake miracles. Like he knows this stuff, and so that was fascinating to kind of go, he sees it, he knows the presence of it, but also his mind's straight away going to,
there's scriptural backing for fake miracles.
Of course, and he has to have that in order to keep going and not be kind of bought into something that is would lead him down a path that he doesn't want to go down and can't go down. And so I really love that. I love the scenes with Mara. I think she's just amazing.
That was fun with Mara. That's one person that you did a chemistry read with.
Yes.
I remember after that audition, Yasmin Page, who plays Mara exceptionally well, left the room, and and you just went, whew. Yeah. That made me feel something.
It was clear. It was
Great.
amazing. Yeah, she's so like emotionally connected. And Minister Ananias, I love
Solomon Israel.
I just love those scenes because they're
tit for tat.
Yeah, and it's such like, it's just boys together, isn't it? You are both like kind of on a par and fighting for the same thing and kind of just trying to jab each other without giving too much away. I know that kind of first look they have to each other when
in episode 1.
Even that, it's like it's so loaded, and it's just, I just love it because it's like this tension that we experience in life all the time, and little jabs here and there, and it's almost brotherly in a weird way. It's there is an almost respect between them, even though they're on opposing sides. There is this they've both kind of gone through the same system, and I love that kind of tete-a-tete between them all the way through.
And I guess at this point we should probably just make a statement going, we are going to talk about the future of this story. So which means technically they are spoilers, but also they're in the book of Acts, so it's all there. These aren't really spoilers because it's how you do them a lot of the time. But what I think some people have missed, which is quite funny, is Minister Ananias is not a random character. He is in the Bible, and he, down the line becomes quite a significant role, and an opposition to Saul, who then was known in some circles as Paul. And it was quite a fun thing to like embed early in this. As you say, childhood rivalry. I think one of my favourite moments is when he's walking off in the library, and this was improvised. He just grabs the paper and throws it, and you're just putting it back straight away. I absolutely found it hilarious.
Yeah, I love it.
But Saul, you're right, especially for that miracle moment. And then throughout, really, because he does see things that definitely wanted to explore a spiritual blindness with Saul, of being able to, he is able to see, but it's a refusal to see. Which I think, that happens in our world a lot as well.
Yeah, and you've got those nice little Easter eggs where he's, got the thing in the eye in one of the episodes when he's doing his studying and something catches in the corner of his eye, and kind of that setup is really interesting as well, because it's like you can miss it, or you can like maybe watch back and go, oh, okay, that was that moment. And I know some people have said, is that the thorn in his flesh? Is that,
there's lots of theories there, isn't there?
Yeah, which is interesting. But I guess, the whole way through is kind of, he's being called, or like, there's these spiritual moments like in the fire, and where the wind is blowing past the minister's gowns, and he's sensing something, and it's like he is like in tune in a weird way, and he is kind of intrigued by it, and he can't deny it, but it can't obviously be shown right now. But that fire scene is incredible. I remember even filming it. Obviously, there's nothing there, but it's.
We didn't like the whole room on fire.
But that was.
Eben, get in there.
Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego. Yeah. But no, that was just incredible, because I think that was the last scene that we filmed as well.
Yeah.
Before I wrapped for the season, and so. Yeah, it was even me feeling that, and you kind of just saying focus on this one point, on the wall or whatever, but to focus on something in a way that you have an idea of what it could be and what it's alluding to, as an actor, as the character, is like, wow. Like, I guess Charlie had those moments where he gets to see the Lord, see Christ, and it's them seeing it. Like, this is a real thing. Like, this is actually happening to the actors and the characters, and so for me that was such an overwhelming moment.
And there is that attempt as well in episode 7, isn't there, of Saul trying to see.
Yes.
That burn in the eye.
Yeah. The singe. Yeah. Exactly. There is that draw, isn't it, the whole way through.
Stephen has that line to you, doesn't he? What is it? You're refusing to hear the voice that constantly calls your name.
Yes. Yeah.
I've got that line a little bit wrong there. I'm sorry. Sorry, Faith. But it's that sense of going, you're blocking it out, but it's that same voice.
And he can't be told that by Stephen,
Yeah, who are you?
Yeah, let alone Gamaliel. To be fair, he's on his own. He's on his own path now.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about that scene. Let's talk about episode 5.
Yes.
The breakup.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You punched a table.
I did, and my fist hurt for a good few weeks after that. Yeah. Yeah.
You weren't told to punch a table, but you punched a table.
Suffer for the art, as they say.
Yeah. Now that scene, people talk about that a lot. The intensity that you brought to that was just, it's scary. I remember, like, when we were on set filming it, people knew that something incredible was happening, and it's strange because it's dark, it's intimate, and yet the world is at stake for these two. How do you approach that scene?
I think, again, understanding the arc and understanding where this comes in their relationship was really important. Understanding what's just come before, that there's been moments where where Saul's felt that Gamaliel's had a chance to kind of, come clean and kind of do the right thing in his eyes, and he hasn't taken that. And so in understanding that and understanding, okay, there's no other choice for Saul at this point. He has to take it into his own hands. I think that's where I was able to really just let that emotion engulf and envelop me, because it doesn't come from a selfish place. It comes from, no, this is what the people need. This is what the faith is needing. And so whatever that takes, and I've found in my own life at times, but with figures of authority, sometimes you have to cross a line in order for them to listen. I think in terms of how we communicate with different individuals in our lives is very specific. And I think actually Gamaliel knows the passion Saul has, but has he ever faced it? I don't think so.
Yeah.
How did I approach it as well is to go, actually, it's not just rage and anger, it's also disappointment and genuine sadness. Like there's a bit, where I don't recognize you, or you're not the man
I once knew.
I once knew, and that line is the whole scene basically. Is going, that's where the pain is. Whether the rest of it is coming on top of this isn't right for the people and for our faith, and the reality is he's been deeply hurt personally by someone he's trusted, and then he goes and sees it firsthand. And sees him, it's back this group that we fought our whole lives against or whatever, this kind of idea that something came and they missed it, like it's not what they believed. So for someone to kind of back the very thing that they should be opposing, and it being him, that was what was needed. It was just on the page already. And I guess knowing that relationship, finding the heights of joy in episode 2 and the cheekiness between them, that has to be on the other side as well. Then that kind of intensity of laughter and cheekiness between them also has to be matched with the level of pain that they go through.
Saul's got some great moments, I think, in this season. It's witnessing the miracle, the tomb, actually going in and investigating the empty slab. Like is such a the image of it is so thought-provoking, and yet seeing them be released by Gamaliel. Then in 6, this whole thing with him not being tied to Gamaliel suddenly is more dangerous on his own. What he does there, and then 7, of course, the trial of which he does what's incredible is the same thing he does with a mob. He does with a Sanhedrin, but in different tactics, But it is fascinating. But then when we get to episode 8, you are given what you began episode 1 with. Episode 1, he arrived wanting a seat on the Sanhedrin, and he's offered it in episode 8. Caiaphas goes, "It's yours. You're a Pharisee of the Pharisees. I respect that. Seat is yours." And yet, what is it really about for Saul, do you think, in this season? Because it clearly isn't just about the Sanhedrin seat.
It's about the weight and value of what people are offering as well. It's about him knowing that he's deserving of it. It's like to be offered something but not feel like he likes to finish what he started, like whether that's the training, whether that's doing what other people have said the whole way through. He is someone who follows through and does to the nth degree what he feels needs to be done. So there's something there that he's going, it would be a cop-out. It wouldn't be honouring the person I've become, the person I am. And he goes through so many identity shifts, I believe, like through the season as well, like, breaking off from Gamaliel and being offered this, and even, not having necessarily any parents right at the beginning. It's a whole new identity for him, and this kind of character that he's having to find and believe in and trust. And so finally he finds the strength of knowing what his purpose is, what his plan is, what God he feels has entrusted him to do and go out and finish. And actually that, wake up, what he says to Caiaphas right at the end. That's it really. It's kind of going, even the person who I have adhered to and kind of valued above all else, and someone who I've admired beyond measure, even they don't fully comprehend or understand it. And I think obviously Saul hasn't seen it, but those scenes with Caiaphas where, he's either with Gamaliel or he's with Pilate, that you see a different side to him. You see that kind of that fear, that insecurity potentially. Obviously, that rage that he has potentially, I think, comes out of an insecurity and needs to, you know, always kind of that defensive nature that needs to shout and be heard. But I think Saul picks up on that. He can sense that. He's seen that happen. He's heard that happen. You know, that raging moment. He's already gone, gosh, I've never seen that from him.
Yeah.
He lost his rag a little bit. Yeah. And so actually, I think that's why he you know, goes back on taking the seat, because he's like, actually, I'm starting a journey here, and if you don't have the kind of wherewithal to finish it, then I will. Like, because I know that I have that in me. Even him beating the captain to find their base. Yeah. Like, you know, that's not his expertise, and yet his drive allows him to do it. So I think that's the answer, really, is that he's going, actually, I'm on a one-man mission here, maybe two-man with Mara, one-man.
Yeah, but that's bringing them in, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Still very much your...
Yes, leading, and yeah, your mission. Yeah. So, yeah, I think that's it in a nutshell.
Amazing. I mean, there's obviously a lot to come for Saul. There's a lot more story here for him. And I think everyone is quite fascinated at what you'll do in future. Let's go to some of the fan questions. Great. Maybe I'll follow up if there's anything that you haven't asked. But as is custom, currently, unfortunately, let's not lie. It's not unfortunate. It's very fortunate. Saul needs to chill out and eat some ice cream. So, what's your favourite flavour? Pressure is on, because Lizzie and Charlie both gave some great questions.
You know what's crazy is that I've only had this ice cream once. Like, I've had it this year, and it changed my life. Mixed berry Solero.
Isn't it Solero an ice lolly?
No, that's ice cream.
Oh, is it?
That's genuinely ice cream. It's got a thin layer of potentially what could be construed as ice lolly around it, but it's filled. Those who are Solero fans will know. Like, it's majority ice cream. Twister, on the other hand, that's a debate that we could have. That's the ice lolly ice cream debate that could go on for years.
Okay.
But Solero, no, is definitely an ice cream.
Right.
And what's crazy is that the common Solero is the mango and coconut, I believe. And that's all I knew for the majority of my life. No, genuinely though, I really, really encourage you guys to go and try and find this. And what was mad was that when I was last in the supermarket trying to find this, they'd all gone. And the only ones that were left were like strawberry and then the original. And I was like, the people know. So guys, get there before they're all gone. That's all I'll say.
Also, if any ice cream are looking to sponsor it. Okay, interesting. So a Solero
mixed berry. Specific.
And I know, Scotty Brewer, you're saying you're just doing this to test the limits of Paul's silliness, of my silliness. I'll just say you haven't seen anything yet. Okay, so actually, did you have a real question? Saul has some seriously scary moments in this first season. Is there any stress, I think, for you as Eben, involved in getting yourself worked up for your more intense scenes? Is there an effect on you as an actor?
Yeah, like, I think, naturally, the thing that struck me in acting on the whole is that basically your body can't recognize the difference. Like, you're literally going through these things as a person, whether it's in a character, whether you get to come out of it. It's for those moments. Your body is genuinely believing you're under that amount of stress and that amount of like turmoil. And of course, I felt that in regards to like how much I'd let that come in terms of the preparation. I had to be careful because you can't dwell in that state the whole time you're on set. You know, no one's gonna like you at the end of the day. I mean, I hope people liked me, but we'll see. But yeah, that's the reality of it, and so it's working out what is that time frame that you need to start preparing for that, and just trusting that you've got the skills and you've got the ability to wind down afterwards and do what you need to do, to kind of just rehabilitate really, and kind of get that back and kind of find find a neutral space again, because it does take a huge amount out of you. But that we've been given in this what to do, that's given us. It's like everyone has their own skills and talents in this world, and if that's something that I've been able to be bestowed, then it's for a greater good. And so I think actually I trust that I will be replenished. But playing someone who almost the majority, I'd say 80%, 75% of this character's arc through this first series, he is going through a lot of turmoil and turbulence. And so I think, yes, it is a lot. And actually, there were some moments of kind of spiritual, like warfare moments, and moments of kind of me having to really tune in and just ask God for help, ask my people around me to kind of, just check in. And you were an amazing person for that as well. I know we had some moments where we kind of just stepped aside and had some chats and just checked in some days, because I think that's the key, is that when you're going through something with such a strong mental strain, is being honest about it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you think, oh no, I've just got to kind of be in my zone, and this is just, I'm just playing this character, it's my job. But actually no, like there's a care and there's a consideration, even if the character himself doesn't want that. As an actor, you need that. And so, yeah, I think the care and the love that was on set allowed me to process that, and allowed me to kind of sit in that mental strain as well as the character, because you're held in a trusting place.
Yeah.
If it's something that you don't feel quite right on set, or you don't feel held, then I'd be more apprehensive to go there, because I know that I'm going to lose out. You know what I mean? And I think actually that's where maybe more sets and more companies can work out that pastoral care and stuff like that, because I think it's the most important thing, really and truly, because we're all trying to get together for the same goal, but we need to take care of each other as we do it.
Okay, so I guess we'll do favourite moments, and that's anywhere in the whole of the season. You're the only person who's got to name anything from any episode.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be any scene you're in, just favourite moments.
Okay, so it is, it's more of an episode, but one specific moment when Malachi lands Stephen in Flower. That is just, I love it. The cheekiness, kind of know something's coming. And I just love their relationship the whole way through. Like he's so sweet and so sincere with what he's doing. I just think he's unbelievable actor.
Reggie, who plays Malachi, he's a real treat and a very intelligent actor. It was great to talk to and direct. Sometimes I found myself like saying something, trying to be like a bit more basic, and he was like, "You mean this?" And I went, "Oh yeah, oops." I also love the moment in the woods where he says the truth before anyone else. Just goes, "We are the temple."
Yeah, it's so special. Yeah, he's got a long career ahead of him. Yeah. Second moment, I would say John's speech in Gethsemane. Yeah, indeed. It just was like, wow, it's just him and God, and just the pain, just like losing his best friend, and it was just so honest and raw, and just really got me, as did many moments in the whole thing. But yeah, that was a standout for me.
It's just an honest moment, isn't it?
And then I'm kind of tied between two for the last one.
I'll let you have two then.
All right. Well,
top four, because that's the thing.
I'll go for one of mine. The moment after I've spoken to Caiaphas and I'm leading the guards out, and it's like an
march.
The march, yeah, and the music, and it's just very, very Star Warsy, and I'm a big Star Wars fan, so I was like, yes.
Channeling your inner Anakin Skywalker.
Literally, yeah. So that, but then also
Revenge of the Pharisees.
There you go. You heard it here first. I think it might have been done before, but and then when Stephen sees Christ, like just that look in his eyes, I was like, I just want to see what you're seeing. Like it was just so moving, and just like he just went somewhere else, and I was like, that he's genuinely seeing Christ. I was like,
it was gorgeous.
Yeah, just so moving, and just like, I guess that's what we're kind of waiting for.
What was it like for you at the stoning?
It was hard. It was hard. Yeah, I guess that's where Saul enters in the book, but it's strange because he doesn't actually
do it.
Take one himself. So like that's a real interesting thing of like why didn't he? What's his relationship to what's going on? But also witnessing it. It's like he's kind of getting what he wants, but he also is going, this is the extent to which I'm going to go to get it. Which I think, yeah, there's a lot going on for him. However strong he is in what he's doing, it's also a moment of going, it's actually happening.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. And kind of going against, you know, the Emporium and just kind of taking things into his own hands. It's a hard one, that one.
Well, even if that is where we began, that's the part where Saul enters the narrative in Luke's account of Acts. I think you, Eben, have done just such a sensational job in bringing some imagined backstory into Saul of Tarsus, and I think the ferocity, the passion, the intensity you've brought to all these moments, as well as the charm and the guile and the cheekiness. It's just been a real pleasure. I'm very grateful to God that you crossed paths with Kenneth, that we managed to cross paths, that you were interested in this project, and that you were like, hey, I'm in it for the long haul, and we have only just gotten started. It is a long road ahead for you. You excited?
Very, very excited, and I just want to say a huge thank you to you, Kenneth, and Faith as well, just for what you guys have done and kind of, you know, brought to life. You guys had something in your hearts to do, and you blessed the people with it, and I think it's exceeded expectations, and things that we do for the kingdom, I think, just are in God's hands. And I'm just really grateful that, you know, you're a humble guy who just wants to serve, and so I really appreciate you doing what you've done here.
Oh, thanks, Evan. Well, it is going to be an exciting next chapter for Mr. Eben and Saul, but no spoilers, so we'll end that there. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're incredible. I'm very excited to see what we do in future. I will hand back over to you, Paul. That was cheesy, but we're going to keep it in. Thanks, Paul. Cheesy indeed. Isn't he wonderful? I love that. I just saw in the comments that people were like, wait, hold on, that's Eben? Told you, he's a phenomenal actor. He really does transform. There was actually, I'm sorry, because I know some people had comments or questions for him. They did get asked, but the audio really went on some of those answers, so I had to cut some of that out. We chatted about how Eben got involved in the whole project, but hopefully I can do maybe another chat with him at another point and release that to you guys. No good me just chatting away. Okay, so I've got a few questions. One is Claudia asked, when is season 2 coming out? Wouldn't we all like to know? As soon as we can possibly make it, and as soon as we can possibly do it. There's varying factors for that. The first one is finance. So we're in talks and just trying to figure out how we can finance season 2 and beyond. But also availability will be a thing as well. So it just becomes a thing. Usually in a TV show, the biggest gap is between season 1 and season 2. The idea is after that things become a little bit more stable and things can move along at more of a normal pace. But especially because we're an independent show, right? We are independent. There's no one like writing checks to make everything. It is completely independent. Angel's our distributor, but the show itself, we're independent. So it's a little different when you're with a network who just kind of, go make stuff. The great thing is that means we keep creative control. And that's what's wonderful, and that's something that we'll continue to have. We've got to work on getting that funding up so we can make season 2, because we are planning. We don't want to drag things out, but I think it's probably going to be around 6 seasons long. Will there be a DVD? Yes, there will. We've said that a few times, but yeah, there will be a DVD. But you're still going to have to wait a little while. It's not going to be very, very soon. But we'll get that as quickly as we can. Will we see more of Rosh in season 2? I don't want to give spoilers, but hey, look, we have the the way we've ended season 2 is the scattering has begun, and the adventures of everyone have begun. So there are a lot of threads to pick up, and there are a lot of storylines to pick up on. You know, I'd said at the beginning that we were going to leave you on cliffhangers. One of them is the Dana, the Mary, the Captain Rosh storyline. You know, what is all that about? We know, but we want to reveal it to you in the right way throughout the show. So that is planned in season 2, and I think you're going to like how it all ties in. It's quite exciting. Was Oren supposed to be a Nero reference? Oren, Nero reversed. Chad, yeah, I saw that in the comments. Interesting. Nero, he would have been young. Interesting. I saw someone ask, why does Peter seem so weak and unsure? You know what? It's interesting because in my mind, he's not at all. I think strength is when we overcome weakness. Strength is when we overcome what is hard and what is difficult. It is not just being able to be this tremendous force. It is grappling with the things that we struggle with and overcoming them. And that's what we had in season 2, in episode 2, sorry. Peter struggles with this moment, but he's emboldened by the Holy Spirit. You know, we see his failings in during the Gospels, and of course in Acts, we get, you know, there are failings coming. But yeah, I see it as someone that I can relate to personally, as a character that goes, yeah, I know this is true, this is real, but yeah, I need help sometimes, and thankfully that's what God gives: help, comfort, boldness. So yeah, I don't see him as weak. I see him as incredibly strong, to be honest, but battling through our own flesh, or you know, his flesh at that point in this version of the story. What else? Will Rosh become a believer? These are spoiler questions. We're not answering this. Yeah, great questions, guys. These are all really, really good. I think I might have disappeared. Have I disappeared? No. I saw like a blank screen and I was like, oh, I think I might have just gone. But hello, I'm still here. Yeah, guys, thank you. It has been an absolute honour sharing this first season with you. We absolutely love you and adore you. And so, look, I want to stay in touch. I want to keep communicating with where we're at on the project, what we're, what stage we're at. I want to involve you in, when we start the writing process, when we finish an episode. I want to chat to you and communicate with you and let you into the process as much as possible without revealing spoilers and stuff. And the way I can do that, and the way we can do that as a team, is if you subscribe. If you follow us on Instagram, or if you subscribe on YouTube. Those are the two platforms that we're mainly on. So do that. Head over to the website as well. We're going to be putting stuff and building that out. Am I missing anything? Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you put stuff in the comments. We read the comments. We do see everything. We make sure that we're looking at it and seeing what you guys say. So if there's stuff that you'd like to see, if there's type of content that you really resonate with and going, oh, I'd love to see more of this. We did a series of character videos. We're thinking of doing more. We want to make sure that this is a valuable place for you guys. To dive into the world of Testament, but also in the Book of Acts. I do have a cool thing that is coming, is that we do have some round tables coming your way. We filmed some incredible theologians. We've got rotating theologians, so different theologians on every conversation. So it's quite a very varied conversation each episode. They're all quite different, but they're fun, and we get to dive into a little bit of the differences and the approaches that we did and the choices that we made. So that is coming. I've got a few things as well in the works that I think will be really quite fun, but you've got to, I can't reach you in any normal way. You've got to connect with us here, and in this way, I'll be able to communicate with you as much as possible. Guys, if you want to watch the show right now, if you've seen only a few episodes, the best way to do it, the easiest way to do it, is to join the Angel Guild. You can join for a month, you can join for a year, but just join and binge the episodes. All 8 are out, they're here, and then when you join it, you can share it. You can share it forward to friends and family. Remember, if you want the chance to get a free membership to Angel, head over to testamentseries.tv/challenge. Answer the question that is based on this episode 8 of Testament, and we'll do a prize draw for those who answer, because I've already seen some people answer, and I've already got 6 people who've given the right answer, which is cool. So that's only 6 people so far. So if you wanna get the chance of getting that free membership, do it now. Am I missing anything? Yeah. Guys, thank you. I can't wait. This is only the beginning. I'm so excited to like, the Book of Acts is such a great story, and I know people often talk about just one moment, the famous Road to Damascus moment, but there is so much in this book. Luke wrote every single moment with so much drama, with so much excitement. You can just, the stories that are there are incredible, and I can't wait to continue investigating them as we write, and then to share them with you. I'm so excited to go on this journey with you. This is just the beginning. Season 1 is our starting point. We did this on a very low budget for what it is, and we are going to raise the stakes. That's what we want to do. We want to raise the stakes. We want to get, dare I say it, new Sentinel costumes. I've said it. Okay, I've said it. I've said it. All right, but let's be honest. We're going to get new ones, better ones. We're just going to raise the stakes and get this show to a place that we want to reach as many people as possible. Guys, thank you. I love you so much. Thank you for everything. You guys are brilliant, and thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for making this possible. Thank you. I just pray that this show has blessed you. I pray that this first season has ministered to you in some way, and I pray that it'll continue to do so until season 2 and forever. Why not? Guys, I love you so much. This is not the end. This is the beginning, and I'll see you on a live stream soon, I'm sure. That's it from me. Love you, love you, love you. God bless.